Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rob Potter from The Promise Revealed, the Victor of Light radio show. And you'll see with me this beautiful woman, a local Mount Shasta resident, who's been here for some years. And I've heard about her, but we finally met. I'd like to introduce to you Gayle Fuller, the bougie healer.
Hi guys, nice to meet you all.
So we're going to go in an in-depth dive into Gayle's life history. We got acquainted about a week ago, or maybe a little longer, but we have some exciting things to share with you coming up for my conference this year and some other things in the future. And we're going to get a deep dive into her website, and her mission. But I wanted to share with you right now, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to get into uh, my website. I want to bring some things up. As you know, folks, this is my website. The truth references, of course, all of the blogs if you want to see anything. This is the home page. And I just thought I would acknowledge, for those who've been coming to my website a long time, I changed my website. Um, it's looking more commercial up here, but this is because, you know, I give the information for free, but my products are what keep me alive, and not so much the books. Those belong to Raymond, but my pyramids and my jewelry pieces, these items that we sell, and I'm going on eBay and all this stuff. I'm trying to become more viable in my thing, but here's an amazing truth references blog and all that. All this is down here. You want to join my basic membership for free, folks? You just go here. It's going to have a pop-up for you. And you really should do that because you're going to get access to a lot of information. Watch this video to learn what you get if you join the inner circle for $59. That's for life, a unique thing. And as we go down here, you're going to have a lot of information to learn from. So let's quickly go to the upcoming events here. I'm just going to take you to this because we've added to this quite a bit, and we're going to be adding PSSM Global Event. So, of course, my big event, and this is what we're announcing and initiating today, is introducing all of you to the amazing Gayle Fuller. And we're going to go into this, but we're going to be I'm calling it the Three Venusians with special guest star, the Bojeee Healer. And it's Raymond and I, and of course, Omnek Omek, the sixth dimensional Venusian who's almost 200 years old in Earth body. And we're going to be doing some different things here. But also, for those of you who are interested, coming up, I'm doing the Two Venusians tour in four places. We're starting at UFO Con in San Francisco on April 4th through 6th. And Raymond and I will be presenting there with the amazing Lorian Fenton. And I'm going to show you where you go to find that. Then we're going down to my hometown of Laguna Beach. I'm going to be, I'm renting a room at the recreation department. It's free of charge. It's just educational. We're going to share everything about our contact experiences, and we're going to go into a question and answer in every one of our places. You have any questions about the spiritual side and all of that? So we're going to get into my history and extraterrestrials, and a famous Venusian contacting me, George Adamski, lived two doors down from me on Manzanita. So lots of synchronicity here. Then we're going to Joshua Tree. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Giant Rock Airport, but I'll be doing a presentation on that and pretty soon. And then we're headed to Sedona, Arizona at the Global Center for Christ Consciousness, formerly the Unity Church. And Raymond and I will be there for 3 hours from 2 to 5 on, I believe it's on Saturday, April 12th. So April 10th in Joshua Tree, um, April 8th in Laguna Beach, and April 4th through 6th in San Francisco. This is the UFO Con where Raymond and I will be presenting in San Francisco Airport. And so you want to find out all about this, you're going to go to this page here. I actually talk about the Venusians tour here on this page too, but you can click on this page here, and you're going to be able to purchase tickets and see everything about this event here. So we want to support Lorian. It's very reasonable. I think it's $130 for 4 days. I mean, hello, that's the most affordable UFO conference, and you can stay at the hotel at the Crown Plaza in Burlingame, right near the airport. So that's a great one I wanted to share with you. I thought that was real important because dear Lorian, she's also a presenter. She works very hard. She's a member of MUFON, but this is her own private event. So also, I'm announcing that I'm going to be in Chicago September 26th through 30th this year. And then there's another one that's coming up with a PSSM Global Group, and that will be up on the next week. And that is a free meditation event in LA. 1,000 people attend for free, and you can, uh, believe it or not, free food. This is the work of an amazing teacher from India, and I want to. I think I'm just going to open this up real quick because it's. I wanted to plant the seed for you to go ahead and register your tickets now. It costs you nothing. So you're going to go in here, and we're going to go into. I think it's a. Where's I'll go here, Pari. So I'll just share this real quickly with you because I it's going to be on my website. So check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Mega Meditation Summit. Okay, August 30th, 31st, and September 1st, Labor Day weekend, I believe. You're invited. What to expect? Register now. So you've got unbelievable these Indian musicians. I mean, tick, 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 sitar. I mean, it's an amazing thing. Now, what are they wearing on their heads? Pyramids. Fred Bell contacted me from the other side, and so I'm going to take you here real quick. But several years ago, most of you know Jane DeForest. She reached out to Fred Bell, and I was having real contacts with him and stuff like that. So here's your free tickets and everything there. So that's a meditation summit. Just get your free tickets there. But I want to show you. They have this amazing. They've been doing pyramids all around the world. So there will be 1,000 people in the beautiful venue, and they have the teacher Partaji read Pyramid Power in 1979. He went around teaching meditation and the power of pyramids. This is Pari. This is look at the people wearing pyramids on their heads. When I saw this, I said,
So cool.
"These are my people." So I'm sharing with those of you who don't know Indian music, these masters from India, they have giant pyramids, seat 6,000 people meditating in pyramids. Ladies and gentlemen, the Indian culture is extremely important for this event. And so it looks like Neil Gar is going to be there. But so I'm going to talk about, anyway, there's lots of stuff in here. They have slideshows. So I definitely wanted to share that information. I want to remind you to check out my website. And it's looking like a big sales office right now, but the economy's a little tight, and I do make my money on the conference, but I want to support the wonderful pyramid technologies and, of course, the jewelry. And Gayle
So
has
good.
a receptor too. So we're going to get into this in the future, but right now, um, I'm very honored to begin our question and answer period
Dun, 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 dun,
because
dun.
I heard a little bit, but I was sharing my stuff, which is so extensive, and she's been so patient. So I said, let's just do a raw interview, and I'm going to hand it over to Gayle. And I'd like you to introduce yourself to the guests. I'd like you to let's start off with whatever you want to do. I'm thinking your backstory. You don't have to go into personal details, but whatever you feel is important. I want to know, how did it all start for you and your mission? How did your life transform? What experiences you've had? And we'll go into this, and I may ask some questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce you to the bougie healer, Gayle Fuller. She had quite a presence down in L.A. Hollywood area, and maybe we'll go into that. Maybe we won't. So, welcome to the Victory of Light podcast, Gayle, and or Miss Bougie Healer.
They call me Bouge on the streets.
All right, Bougie.
You can call me Bouge.
Okay, Bougie.
Nice to meet you all.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Handing it over to the Bouge now. So I've been in Mount Shasta working for several years, back and forth between Los Angeles and Mount Shasta. But there was a story before that, before I really stepped into this mission. And I was a single mom of four young children, and I went through a divorce and I went through all of these hard times. And then all of a sudden, I had a huge awakening. And I had to go through all of this trauma and get myself up and feel into what I was here to do. And I had this spontaneous activation of memories that came in through a contact experience that I had. So I was in the park one day just doing some energy work, and I had gotten into meditation just for a little while. And all of a sudden, while I'm doing this energy work and meditation, I have on my screen these ships behind me. And I just sat there and I was guided to meditate. And I felt the most bliss and joy that I've ever felt in my whole life. I was already going through what, most of us would probably call the dark night of the soul, where we start just shedding our old self. We have a death and we go through this loneliness that we're no longer in resonance with people around us. They don't understand who we are. We start awakening to what we're really here to do. And I had built a business, several businesses in Los Angeles, actually. A cycling studio. I used to teach at Soul Cycle, all around the world. I started in New York, and then I opened a cycling studio, and then I opened a meditation studio on the beach in Marina Del Rey area. And then we went indoors. I had these big events, the full moon glows every month in Los Angeles. So I built up a presence in Los Angeles, and I got the download, the Bougie Healer. And as soon as I was like, okay, I guess I'm the bougie healer now. And I got that handle online. And then people started hearing that name around LA, and I started attracting people that would have never taken probably a meditation class in their life. And they were, actors and celebrities and people that we all know their names. And they started becoming my clients. And I just started getting into this circle of clients that were spreading the word. And it was very clear to me what my mission was and why I was in Los Angeles at that time. And then I was guided to Mount Shasta. Somebody said you need to go there. Like you definitely need to go feel the energy in Mount Shasta. And I came here, and the first night on the mountain, I had a life-changing contact experience. We had like a light ship. Just I had a group of people with me, a group of friends, and I did this connection that I felt that I had been guided to do every time I see these ships all over. And I did this connection again. And all of a sudden, we see this light ship come over to us, expand and lower. And one of the girls in the group started to get in fear because it became so close to us. But I
And then it
was,
went away.
yeah, and then it went away, goes whoop. And it doesn't want fear. But and after that, we all look up, and there was just, I don't know, it looked like the 405 freeway of just light ships. And I got all these downloads, and from that point on, my life was never the same again. I knew what my mission was, and I knew what I was going to guide people in, and that was just to guide people through what I was going through, awakening and remembering to what we came here to do.
Can I ask a couple
Yeah,
questions here?
please.
So you had that thing in LA, a Soul Cycle and Marina Del Rey. Did you have anything, were people coming to Marina Del Rey? Is that where you showed me she had like a blacklight event? Was that where it was?
So that was the full moon glow events we would have every month. I had vendors. I had a gigantic sound bath every month on the full moon, and we had all these vendors. It was an amazing event. We had glow paint and glow. It was so fun. So that was a really fun thing that we did every month.
The second thing I want to ask is when you were up here, with these, how long ago was this for you, let's say, initiation to Mount Shasta? When I came here in
Oh yeah.
1995, I lived in a place called Morning Star, a special place,
Hmm.
and it was very, very special. A lot of synchronicities up on the mountain and spaceships and stuff, of course. And so anyone who comes there, you can have your own experience.
Yep.
Many, many people do. So I wanted to know, was that just some of your friends had you purchased your place yet, or were you just
Oh no.
so you were just coming?
I was just coming here to experience the energy, and that changed my life. And then I was visited the second time I came here by who people know this being as Adama, who is the high priest of Telos. And I was taking a selfie, and I felt a presence, but me and my selfies,
Right.
but there was a presence behind me. I felt it, and my friend was standing in front of me, and I was like, "Did you feel someone?" She was like, "No, there was nobody there." And in the photo, and it's a live photo, so you can hold it down, there's a being
Oh my
who
goodness, we're gonna have to. Why don't you pull that up on on your computer for a
Well,
second? No?
we'll talk about that later.
Oh,
I'll show you first.
okay. All right.
So I'm just getting the guidance on what I'm supposed to show and not show right now because I've gotten a lot of conversations about that. But
Yeah.
uh definitely knew it was a Dhamma after that. And ever since then I've been guided to bring people here. And I started doing retreats. And I started developing a retreat company.
Hmm.
And then what I noticed is that I'm very good at building community, and I'm very good at getting the right people that are in resonance to come to Mount Shasta and support the community here. So I started meeting all the wonderful healers, and
Hmm.
as you guys know, if you've been to Mount Shasta, the magic of Mount Shasta is really the people here and the amazing energy mixed with that. It's just incredible. So I wanted to support the people here in Mount Shasta, and so I started uh, sending clients to them and developing curated journeys. And I developed what's called the magic of Mount Shasta.com, where you can come and I'm a permitted guide here as well, where I can guide people around the sacred sites and we
Hmm.
do experiences here. And I love the collaborations that I get to be a part of now.
Let's go back to your experiences. We'll go into, I have her website and everything
Yeah.
pulled up. It's amazing, folks. And she's one of my speakers. So when she had this bio and then someone said, I said, no, leave it all up there. It really embodies what we all are really trying to do here is to come together as community and to establish new platforms. So let's take us back. So you've had this experience. Now you're kind of going, let's say, galactic now. Adama, by the way, folks, is the titular head of the city beneath the mountain here, Mount Shasta, which is cloaked in the fifth dimension. I've said many times this is a Lemurian colony of Venusians that had been on Earth for thousands of years. They knew the cataclysm was coming. They didn't realize it would come so quickly and overnight. But they started out with about 30,000 people, and I think they're about maybe up to a million or two spread out. They have four levels and extends 25 miles on in various caverns on probably both sides of the freeway, all the way out to Mount Lassen. So that's Adama. So let's go. So let's talk about your exciting spiritual awakening and
Mhm.
how what brought you to your mission. And we can get into your healing and the stuff later. But I want to hear about the transformation within you
Yeah.
and your gifts that you've been sharing.
So I think a lot of people can relate to this. Many of you have been, activated since you were born. You were already aware of everything, but some of us, we had to go through this amnesia, and then we were awakened to the memories. And so that was kind of how it went for me. And I was married to my second husband, and I was one way one day, and the next day I was a completely different person, and that didn't sit very well. And we just grew apart. So that was very hard. I stayed in that relationship for years. And I went through a really dark, transition from this is who I am and this I don't resonate with any of these people anymore. They're starting to call me crazy because I'm talking about aliens. They're starting my business, my community that I built, I don't resonate with it anymore. And so I just walked away from everything and I went deep into meditation about what I'm here to do. And then I started to feel tingling in my hands when I would meditate. And I started to feel energy in my hands. And someone said, you need to open up your healing center. So I did. I became attuned to Reiki. And eventually I became a Reiki master teacher. And that really sent me into a opening of all of my gifts. And I started to notice in my healing sessions that I wasn't just doing Reiki healing, there were other things happening. And I started to notice beings coming in who I learned to be the Pleiadians after I was connecting to all of these ships. And then I learned that I was a Pleiadian. And they were showing me what to do during these sessions. And it was very clear to me. I went to a shaman friend of mine, Eagle Woman, whom some of you might know her in Los Angeles. She's incredible. And she pulled up my soul grid and she explained to me who I was working with. And it was right, spot on. I also have a past life in Jerusalem, and my name was Miriam in the times of Yeshua. And so I'm back here for unfinished work. And it was very clear to me the healing powers that I had at that point and what I was doing in these sessions. And it became very galactic. And at this point, I had to start sharing what I did. And, I had my husband at the time telling me, people are going to think you're crazy, you're going to lose all your clients. And so I went through that very lonely place where we almost have like suicidal thoughts, like, I want to go home. I can't take it here on earth anymore.
Right.
It's so lonely. I will never forget that feeling. And I've always been a very positive person, but I dedicated my mission to now reminding people that we're going through this is very real thing and we're not crazy and we are awakening and this is the ascension of Earth is happening in our lifetime. And that's what we're here for. And so I've dedicated my life to that. And I started writing a book that I'm going to be releasing soon. But this is what I developed an online community. I have a membership community where we meet every week and we meditate together and we just talk. We talk about this stuff because that's my mission is to remind everyone that we are going through this. And I've had a lot of miracles happen since stepping into my mission and just trusting the unknown. There's been a lot of uncomfortable moments of just packing up a U-Haul and leaving and trusting again. And all of these miracles unfold and align me with the right people in the right moments. And I've just had so much abundance come in because I've trusted this and this way I can flow abundance to other people that are involved in the mission. It's been incredible. It's been absolutely incredible. And I've been asked to open wellness centers all over the world, like in Dubai. And I've turned down these offers because I was guided to move to Mount Shasta. I needed to reside in Mount Shasta, and it was going to be for contact purposes. And I was also awakened to, other parts and aspects of my mission and what I'm here to do in Mount Shasta and my history here. So it's a very special place to me, and I'm really honored to be holding space here because for 10, 12 years I was coming back and forth and really working with the land and honoring the land in a way that I could get the permission to work here. So here I'm in
Well,
awe.
the mountains obviously welcomed you from your very first contact
Yeah.
experience. Um, I wanted to, you know, mention for me and my mission, it's a spiritual one. And everyone knows I have a lot of opinions and stuff about what's really going on, but I've recently been guided more and more to step away from the political aspect and talk about the power of prayer and the power of the presence of God within you. And I think, you know, from the Boujee's efforts, what she's doing is essentially, um, providing space for people to have experiences and frequencies. For all of you hearing us talk about past lifetimes and things like this, you know, there's a quickening coming and there's a lot of ignorance on the planet.
Mhm.
And so more and more people like Gail and I and many others have been here for a long, long time telling you the same story again and again. Things are changing.
Mhm.
And I can promise you this year, especially in the world's political infrastructure, things are going to change drastically.
Mhm.
Spaceships will be seen in much higher frequency around the planet. They told me 6 months ago there's a guy named Bashar who confirmed that. And of course, it's been prophesized for a long time. Spaceships will be increasing their presence. And that's the reason I have my conference every year is to allow people to come up here to speak to contactees and to hear the real story. I love the researchers, but my idea is to circumnavigate the quote disclosure movement, which is researchers, and it's been hijacked by Gaia, Contact in the Desert, and Conscious Life Expo to a certain extent. Those are money making machines of epic proportions. And what they do is a lot of people who come there, very wonderful light workers, are not even able to make, cover expenses. So there's a lot of, I'll just say, well-intended, beautiful souls sharing a lot of good information, but it's been commercialized and kind of, you know, um, it becomes too busy. So they don't really want contactees who actually meet them and have spiritual experiences. I mean, we can talk about this and that, but the meat of the matter is a spiritual transformation of a frequency within yourself. It's not us sitting up on stage showing you slides of UFOs and all this. We're not, trying to make you believe anything. There's no agenda for us other than to you to have an experience and to be in joy and happiness. The Venusians have a department of happiness. So um, I just wanted to say that for me, prayer and gathering in this year's conference is going to be a lot more into like what Gail does. And so I'm going to share with you now because Gail is going to be presenting. I better open that up first. She can be presenting at my conference. So I wanted to show you on my website when you go to my summer conference page. I'm just going to share with you her personal bio. So I'm gonna I guess I'm sharing, but I'm gonna stop share and I'm gonna share again. Here we go. So this is her bio. I'm going to read a little bit of this. She talked about what she did physically, but I want to explore, and I'm just going to read, if that's
Yeah,
okay, just a
of course.
little bit of her bio, because this is when I read this, I really felt like, I wanted her to come to the conference, because this is really kind of what we're doing here. So she's an ascension guide, a healer, galactic ambassador, and a unity consciousness, and helps bring others to dissolve the illusion of separation. She empowers ascending souls to step into your mission by releasing old programs, limiting beliefs, and distortions. She's passionate about reminding us of the incredible opportunities that come with being human and the importance of embodiment and grounding in the human experience. Gayle discovered her healing abilities in 2017. We already talked a little bit about that, but she talked about the profound experience. But um, she's important of anchoring the violet flame. Okay, that's a term for the sacred light of God in a etheric plasma level, which works with the ascended masters. And she has online communities, guided meditations, numerous groups. Um, she has a new method called the Mothership Method. But the reason I wanted to share this is because what she's doing is what we all need to be doing. We all have what I would say are our purposes in life, and discovering that purpose, um, and fulfilling it. It doesn't mean you have to become a healer or a talker, or become someone that's out in the front stage. The transformation of this planet is going to be very drastic, and I'm talking about water, food, as the societal infrastructures become stressed, as we go through various changes in our world, which are coming very rapidly. It's important that we have this community that Gayle is building. So, why don't you take us a little bit into, um, would you like to talk about the mothership method or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we do have some stuff here, and I'm going to pull it up real quick. So she's got this, she's just creating a new contact method, kind of like the CE5 was created by a friend of mine named Costas Macraeus for Stephen Greer. And basically, I'm sure they're pretty similar, but Louis Martens
No,
was
they're not similar at all.
okay. Well, my friend from South America, he's been bringing in ships for 30 years. He's a very high level contactee. Fleets of ships, they land, people wave, um, people get beamed up out in the deserts. They go underwater. Masters appear and wave. So there's a
Beautiful.
lot of very advanced things happening in South America, and he's an incredible guy. He basically takes you through a meditation and a guidance and raises your frequency. So we're going to learn now. Let's hear about the mothership method
Mhm.
from Gayle. And
Mhm.
I read through this. It's quite great, but I haven't experienced it yet. So
Let me tell you how it came about too.
okay,
Yeah. So after all these contact experiences I've actually had in Mount Shasta physically, there was even one, and the reason I learned about the violet flame is I actually was guiding a group of people on the mountain in contact, and I had ascended Master Saint Germain sit with us and then spoke with me. And that is when I knew that sound was important, because that is what he told me is I need to integrate sound. We all need to be working with sound in everything we do. So this was really interesting after I learned through all of the contact groups that I have led here, what works, right? And it also was just a big teaching altogether is to be in the heart and not to think so much. And so I learned how to raise our vibration. I learned these steps that I was guided to, and I was shown in meditation of what I needed to guide groups to do. And then I had a very famous singer come here and her producer, and they cut off their tour and everything to come here and work with me. And we went to a very special place, and we had contact here in Mount Shasta. And then they were like, how can we help you get this to the world? And I said, well, I need to record this method. Like I want to record it, and I want to put it out for free to the world for everyone to do a meditation to learn how to connect in this way. And so we went into the studio in Los Angeles and we recorded, and he scored it. And now I am presenting it to the world. So you can go on the Mothership Method. It's mothershipmethod.com, and you can access the meditation for free. And I'm also doing Galactic Contact events here in Mount Shasta this spring and summer season. So you can come experience it in person at our event. At the conference, I'm going to be guiding us through this method, and it's going to be so powerful, especially with right now what is happening this year. And we're really, really excited for everyone to come experience this in person because it's not only going to be a connection with your family of light, it is going to be a connection with all of us together. And universal love and that beautiful unity consciousness, because I'm here as a guide of unity consciousness. And even in the spiritual community, we have a lot of separation teaching, we have a lot of guru, we have a lot of I know more than you, and really we all have access to the same information. So this meditation and this event that we're doing and guiding is meant to unify us and bring us all back into unity consciousness and the heart consciousness. So it's a very heart-based meditation that I was guided into, and raising our frequency to vibrate higher, because when we're a higher fourth dimensional density, that's when we can make physical contact more. But we have to raise our frequency to at least be that higher fourth density, vibrating higher, that love and unity consciousness to get us closer to contact.
And how do we raise our frequency? I
Good
mean,
question.
I have pyramids. Of course, a
Yeah.
pyramid is a pyramid fire in the middle, and you put it in your head's in the king's chamber. It looks silly and ridiculous, but it's a Faraday cage. It protects you and all kinds of stuff. Now, Louis does different tonings and mantrams,
Mhm.
and I think it's about intent and consciousness and
Yeah.
connecting to the God source. So,
Mhm.
what is that method that you
Yeah.
use to bring about the frequency
Yeah, I love
increase?
tools, and the quantum technology is so good if anybody wants to use quantum technology too. But just for the meditation alone, yeah, like this is good stuff.
Yeah, it, we got new stuff up there. You can see that on my website.
Yeah, so that
So
helps. That helps. That intensifies everything, raises your energy. I've seen it do some amazing things actually. And also, basically, we're activating the Merkaba, right? Your light ship, or we're spinning it. We're activating your ability to open and clear your energy centers, your chakras. So you vibrate higher. We're bringing in more emotions that vibrate at a higher frequency, like love, bliss, unity. We're visualizing the new earth. We're visualizing our higher embodiment and our connection with family of light. We're envisioning the earth. And it's all about, like you said, intention. And it's about bringing in and alchemizing any density that we already have and harmonizing. Because when we become harmonized, our threefold flame, what I call it, is like the feminine flame, the masculine flame in all of us, and the God flame. When we unify within ourselves, that divine union within, we become balanced and harmonized. We vibrate at a higher resonance.
what is a Merkaba?
So it's basically our light ship. It's like our body around us. You have a pyramid above and below the feminine and masculine, and it starts to spin. And when you activate it, which we go through in my method exercises to activate, and
Give us an example of an exercise that we might do to activate the
well,
Merkaba.
you can do mudras where you will, I guide it through the meditation. You can go do the meditation, do different mudras and different breaths, which I walk everybody through. Or you can even just simply visualize the feminine Merkaba spinning to the right clockwise and the masculine spinning counterclockwise. And eventually they're spinning so fast they're completely activated and you're raising your vibration. Sometimes you can see helicopters come when you do it.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about the Merkaba. It's actually two pyramids. The base pyramid is a lower personality vehicle,
Mhm,
and the higher soul is the divine feminine.
mhm.
And when they merged, as you look at it from the front, it is a Star of David, which represents the integrated personality.
Yeah.
The symbol of Venus is the upside down triangle. So it's actually a pyramid. So it's actually a three-dimensional two pyramids connected.
Yeah.
And a guy named Drunvalo Melchizedek created some breathing techniques, which are similar to Kriya Yoga in a certain sense. And I'll be sharing that. Um, there's when we look on the the motherships, the actual information of the method is has to be experienced, right?
Yeah, so you can go down to the bottom, and once you scroll down, there's a button that will allow you to enter your email and you can get free access to that meditation. It'll
Well,
show up in your email inbox.
and the video, right, will come. without the, have you
It's
created this,
it,
the
it's an
recording you made?
audio. It's an audio.
Audio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So here's all of our contacts here. And ladies and gentlemen, this is called the Mothership Method.
Dot
Or no,
com. Mothership.
mothershipmethod.com
Hmm.
is the website. Let's go into another aspect of her work. She does do spiritual guided tours up here. She's registered. So you can click this, and these are the type of tours she does. She does retreats. And this is contact with yourself with the higher frequencies and guiding in the tour. So she does, it's a beautiful picture of
Hmm.
Lake Siskiyou. And on my side, we have the one. So there she is, the bougie healer down, and looks like Marina Del Rey, I guess.
That was Malibu.
Okay. So there's a lot of stuff here going on these two sites alone. So you can see that she's a guide, and she is kind of holds a space, and she guides you, and she also does some healing while she's here. So there's a recommended lodging when you sign up for any of her events. I think we got one more here. Is it
If
this
you
one?
go up,
Oh,
go
sorry.
back to that.
Oh, sorry.
There's
Okay,
more.
there's more. Yeah.
If you go to you go to oh, we're which one are we on? The Magic of Mount Shasta? Oh, now you're on the Bougie Healer. Okay, we'll stay here.
Okay. So this is a bougie healer. And so she has Reiki trainings, courses and workshops, a lot of stuff in here. Let's look at the Reiki trainings for the heck of it.
Oh yeah. So you can take a Reiki course and I can attune people
Do
to
they come
the
up here for that or
I d-
online?
I do it online right now, and
Okay.
I'm going to be teaching my own signature method here in Mount Shasta soon.
Okay. So you got courses and workshops. So she has a plethora of information that you can see here. She has a lot of courses she's already created for you to, so she doesn't have to repeat herself, obviously. But coming in person to meet her, and this is what I want to see, the Galactic Circle. So she has this is a group that you come in, you connect on a monthly meeting, right?
Yep, we get weekly meetings. We're just it's basically like a support group for all of us who are moving through this so we can have people to talk to. We meditate together. We meet
Mhm.
on the new moon and the full moons. We do moon ceremonies. I walk everybody through a guided meditation. It's really an awesome group and it's been a like a lifesaver for many people who feel alone.
So you said, so here's the thing, we go down the sacred sites, private group tours,
Hmm.
and things like that. So you said to stay
Oh yeah,
here?
go up, scroll up.
Okay.
Go to experiences at the top.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I have these curated experiences I do with other people. Like we have different, and this is what I was talking about. I love partnering with people in Mount Shasta
Right.
and showing everybody the magical people here. So if you go down, there's down
Oh, yeah. There's a
some
mandala. There's
pictures.
we got some different things. These are parts of
Hmm.
the experience. It's gorgeous here, folks.
Look how pretty.
A lot of stuff, beautiful things here.
Look at all this. Oh,
Yeah. And then
yeah. And so that's the
there's the
mandala.
mandala. That's by Black Butte. I was there. The guy was creating this
Hmm.
thing. Is a really nice guy. He's just a labor of love here, and he's bringing in giant rocks or Stonehenge, like Stonehenge or whatever around there.
That's
So
awesome.
he's bringing different energy. So this is part of her
All these different experiences you can come here and have.
right.
Hmm.
So we have and she does.
I do spinal energetics, which
She'll
is
be
a
doing that
healing.
at my
Yeah.
conference. We
We're
don't have that up on the
we're going to be
schedule.
doing a group spinal energetics healing session, and it's going to be fantastic because it will clear and open all your energy centers. It will clear emotions in the emotional body, the mental body, and your thought forms. It's an incredible healing modality, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys at this conference.
There's also a local lady who comes in and helps her. They have different things here,
Mm-hmm.
and so
It is.
she's got a lot of wonderful stuff here that she's doing online. And let's see, you're going to be doing. I didn't bring it, so you're going to be doing it at our conference
Yeah.
with Omnek, and I guess maybe I'll just take you back there for a minute. Let's see here. We're going to go into the conference. Yeah. So I want to share a little bit for those of you who haven't seen. So Gayle's coming, so it's going to bring it up to another level. Oh, by the way, Sarah Adams will be coming as well. She's super sweet. She wanted to come. She's not charging me a penny. She's going to make a presentation and be part of the energetics. And she is also an energetic healer. A lot of people, you know, women sometimes have a harder time because it's always the men dominating everything. But we're going to have more women than men at my conference with Gayle, Omnic,
The
Omnic,
divine feminine's
the
rising.
beautiful woman. So here's a thing about the conference, and this is what we're going to be doing. And Gail's stuff is coming in here. I don't, this is scheduled, but I'm going to be doing massage. I've been doing that for my whole life since I was 17 years old when I went to, um, you know, in Colorado, and I worked on Betty Ford, and Kenny Loggins was a guy in Laguna. And then I worked at Two Bunch Palms, and I was working on all the movie stars there in Palm Springs. And I'll be talking about in my trip to Joshua Training. So we're going to be focusing on prayers and invocations. Omnek is going to be leading a teaching circle with Raymond Keller. I'll be playing Venusian messages, question and answer sessions. Um, we are going to have a couple, we have a guitar, maybe some little background energy. Um, we're going to do daily yoga classes. I'm going to be teaching pranayama, and I'm going to be teaching the Kriya yoga technique as taught to me by Babaji. I'm not sure where we're going to have a fire circle, but a beautiful property. I'm going to show you that. So we're going to go off site to undisclosed locations somewhere in these general areas. I have a bunch of cool UFO movies from the early days. We may have some things at night, but I'll be playing all the recorded messages. So Gail's going to be doing spinal energetics, and I do want to show you what we're going to be doing, where we're staying, a venue site, because Gail's here, and so she can share this video with her friends here. So this is the location where we are going to be staying. So and so I'm not going to go through all of the image, all of but here's the basic images. This is the house where there's only 13 people. I think we've got 4 rooms if someone wants to stay with Omnek and the crew here. But this is a beautiful Airbnb. Now, other guests, of course, can use the restrooms in here, but the inside's pretty much maybe this area people come and go, but mostly it's going to be in an outside room. These are the rooms. I'm going to go through these real quick. Some of them are available. We got steam and sauna. It's a fantastic place. We're going to have about 16 people living. Here's the amazing thing. So I wanted to share this. This is the deck. So in the mornings, everyone's going to be able to come here and eat with the guests. If you want to, there's camping not too far away. If you want to camp and you want to come here in the mornings at 8:30, we'll be preparing breakfast, and you can bring your own food. And there's more decks on the other side of this area here. So I wanted to share with you. Look at this property, folks. We have a river. We are separated. There's no one around. All you're going to hear is river. No highway. We're in the national forest here. There's a giant pool here. Here's another even lower deck. Here's an area. We'll have chairs and areas to hang out. This is the outside where the 15 guests will stay, and everyone's going to be welcome on this property. Lots of grassy areas. We'll probably have some talks outside. Um, and we're going back. So, you know, hammocks. I mean, we're not going to be sitting in a classroom every day rushing water. This is going to be in summertime, folks. So it's going to be extremely beautiful. Look at that. There's a giant pool, and there's another giant deck here. It's a little ways up. The property is down here. It's 11 acres on both sides of this thing. Here's another, you want to have a little meditation or do have a little group chat in breaks or different times in the morning. This is our hall. We can sleep, or we can not sleep, but we can sit 50 people. And this will be the room that Gail's going to do some spinal energetic healing. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. It's a very humble little building. There's parking over here. We do need volunteers. So I'm going to really suggest that anyone who wants to come to this, you want to check it out. So here's another uh, cabin. I don't know if this is, it should be linked here. Here's a Kwanyan cabin here. So these cabins I'm not renting, but I just wanted to share this for someone who's does. I mean, if you can afford it, they can sleep four. But this particular cabin is available for rent. They're holding it off for anyone who wants to.
How many? It sleeps four?
It sleeps four, but you could slumber it a little bit.
Mm.
So this is your own cabin. This is like your own chalet. And if anyone's interested, if you have two couples or you want to get it, we can maybe people who might want to stay here can stay here. So it's a fully appointed cabin. It's across the river from the main house. So I want to share that. So the
So
other,
pretty.
yeah, the other thing I think that I wanted to share, and I don't even know if I'm sharing anymore. Was I sharing? I hope so.
Oh, I was wondering if you were sharing
Oh
that.
my God.
Feeling you were talking and it
I
wasn't
hate
there.
to edit. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's okay.
Now I'm gonna have to go cut. Okay. So folks, I want to share a little bit about where we'll be staying in the in Mount Shasta here. So this is Gayle's. Am I sharing? I don't see it.
You're sharing screen.
I don't see a green line around it. So
Maybe you're sharing a different portion.
yeah, I gotta see.
Let me share.
Yeah, let me share. There we
There
go.
you go.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm sharing this. So this is their site. So I'm going to share summer conference. I'm sorry I wasn't sharing, folks. So I'm going to have to go back and cut this. Welcome back. So we're going to go to the summer conference page, and we do need 10 volunteers. This is what we're going to be doing. We're going to have powerful instructions, prayers, teaching circles, questions and answers. Omnec's going to be there, almost 200 years old. We'll have some music. I'll be doing massage therapy, yoga classes, pranayama. I'll be teaching Kriya Yoga. Raymond will be doing presentations and group meals. So I wanted to share with you where we're going to do those. Sound bath. Gayle is incredible on the bowls, and we're going to have other opportunities for different sound immersions, including our chakras and meditations. We'll be playing some of Omnex things. You can check all this out here. We're going to be doing a sky watch, and this is going to be Gayle's mothership method, but that's what we're going to be basically doing. The schedule's not exactly set up. Meals and everything will be worked on, but I wanted to share with you where to stay. And I'm sorry I wasn't sharing this screen previously, but um, this is where we're staying. Healing Waters, a beautiful location, and it's a special little place here. So we're just going to go into uh, I'm just going to show you the inside of the house here. Let's go ahead like this, and then I'll just go through. So this is the location. This is where we're going to be staying for the 13 people or 16 people that can stay in this giant house. It's a rabbit warren of different rooms, and you're going to be sharing with various people, partners, or if you're open to that,
Look at that sauna.
there's a sauna
Yes, let's go.
and a steam room.
Yeah, baby.
That's kind of limited to the people. I mean, we'll see. So they have a steam room in there as well, bathrooms, and these are the decks. This is where I wanted to bring you. This is where we'll be spending time in between breaks and connecting with people and communing with nature. We're not going to put you in this room all day long and pound away like some of my other conferences. It's every hour, 50 minutes break. You don't know where to go, what to do. We're going to create a unity consciousness with the boujeee here.
Yeah.
And Omnic spreads her frequency. Look at the beautiful river.
Water energy.
We got
So
places
good.
to be right through it. The only thing you're going to hear, and this will have other chairs, tables, and probably. And this lawn is pretty big. You can walk over here across the river. There's hikes. There's two more cabins. We can rent one of them, and we're going to work out some amazing stuff here. So this picture is in June, so or in the summer more. So um, it's very special, and they've got the river, and I'm going to share with you. There's a big pool here coming up. If you're interested in one of these rooms, just reach out to me. They are available. big pool area. There's another huge deck there for bathing, or if someone wants to get up early in the morning while we're all nestled away. You can come up here, sit down by the river, meditation. You can come over. You don't have to be, you know, if you're not able to stay at the house and you're coming on a daily basis like most people, you know, here's another little deck people can gather. Here's what I wanted to show you. This is where Gayle will be doing spinal energetics, her sound healing. The mothership method will be on the mountain, but she's got some other presentations prepared. Omnic will be here. We will have some PowerPoints. We are going to do meditation, pranayama. This is the how, and there's a nice big deck there too. So we'll be doing some more information on that. So I did want to share with you that information um, that we're having. So if you want to see this other cabin across the way, it's a private cabin. You would have to rent that separately. If you have two couples, would be the most feasible. But it's quite beautiful, and you can just check this out here. So this is your own cabin. You're across the way. You won't have to. There's only like 4 or 5 people in this cabin. I'll just say it's a little more maybe for upscale. There,
Bougie
yeah, a little bougie, yeah, upscale bougie.
for my bougie people.
For the bougie people want to rent this thing, it's amazing. And you have upstairs and downstairs your own kitchen, bathroom. I think they even have a washer and dryer down below. But this is a private residence right across the way. It's kind of like what we have, but ours is a much larger and it has up and down. So this is an amazing, and I think the downstairs actually can be rented separately too. So probably 6 people could fit in this cabin. And if someone wants to do a little more, look at that. It's got its own little world going on there. So that's the upper cabin, and you can see across there's a bridge that goes over here if they show it. But I want to see if they show the bridge. Anyway, so that's the other cabin. So am I sharing the screen there? Oh
Yeah.
no,
You
I'm not.
oh, you're shoot.
Okay, so all right, well, mother fudger, mother father. Okay, here we go. That's so bad.
Bloopers.
No, that's a travesty. So, um, I, I guess I'll have to do that separately again. Oh my God, I'm really disappointed. Okay,
It's
so
okay.
okay, we'll just
Do you need to do it again to get it over with?
can we?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Oh my God. So I said, so now I want to share with you um, uh, where we're going to be staying here. So let's get into my website. I did share everything up until we got to where we're going. So now we can, are we sharing this whole screen? I don't, it normally has a,
Maybe reshare to make sure.
I see there's supposed to be a green thing around it. What's going on here? Why is that not happening?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, I
So
guess I
you're
am.
sharing?
Okay, now we're sharing. Okay, so uh, okay, so this is the homepage. You click on here, you get to the summer conference, and everything you need to know what we're going to be doing is down here. So this is where you want to go, folks. I think we were sharing this previously, but I'm going to show you where to stay. This is the important thing here, and it's covering the whole page, so we're good. And so you go to stay, and this is the lodging at where most of the guests are saying there's only 4 beds available. If you want to stay in the Namaste house, these are the various rooms, the kitchen. These are for about the 16 people staying here. This kitchen area, the entrance and the bathroom will be available. So if you want to stay, contact me. There's some beds available. There's a sauna, steam, shower, amazing location here. It's a very nicely appointed place. This is the outdoor deck. This is what I want to share with you all. So Um, this is we're going to have breakfast, meditations, incredible area for us to connect outside. We'll have more chairs and tables probably. Uh, we do have laundry on site. Beautiful location, 11 acres. It's going to be June and July. It's going to be beautiful, warm, sunshiny, all kinds of decks for eating, for talking, for gathering, for meditation. And this is what you're going to experience. When you go outside, this is what you're going to hear. So the babbling brook, the beautiful locations of these various centers. This is what I wanted to show you. The room where we're all going to be meeting, Om Neck meditation, pranayama, spinal energetics, sound healing, and other things will be happening in this main room. This can seat 50 people. There's parking over here. We'll have all of that covered by our guests. So I'm going to go back one more time. I'm going to show you another cabin across the way. And I think it's important that if you want to see this, you can just check it out. So for those can afford it, if you want four people, maybe another person if you guys are comfortable sleeping down here on the floor, but it's your own private apartment. It's an incredible place. It's basically two large beds, and there's one downstairs that could be rented out separately. You have your own private deck. So you need a place to get away and you want to come to the conference. You got your own little meditation deck nearby. It's an amazing little place right across the river, literally 4 minutes walk from your front door, and that's walking slowly across the bridge, and you're right at the other uh, place across the river. So there's a room downstairs. Here it is for another person. So um, that's going to be an amazing opportunity for someone who wants to come. So I've been wanting to share that with you all. And so Gayle's going to be there. And why don't we talk a little bit about your spinal energetics? One of these, do you have pictures of that going on up here and somewhere?
In one of the photos, yeah, and sometimes you'll see
And the
videos of me doing it on my Instagram or
galactic moon or
so there might be right here. If
okay.
you scroll down, I think just if you scroll down, it might have some pictures here on it where it's there
Okay.
before, all the way down, 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 down.
So from what I saw, she basically wandered. Here we go, something like this.
Yeah, so that's me doing some of my spinal energetics work. And there's other photos on if you go down to experiences, that tab there, there's another photo. But you'll see basically spinal energetics, we work with the physical spine and the energetic spines, which some of us never have realized we have energetic spines, which my teacher was shown. And I was in the first group in the US to be trained in this. And what it is it's working with the energetics of whatever created the original blockage in the spine, which is also related to the correlating chakra. So sometimes in the spine, we'll get like this tightness or we'll hold energy or emotion, and it's in our central column, our sushumna that we call it. And we can also hold that in our energy centers and it becomes physical sometimes. So I'm physically releasing energy and energetically releasing energy. And a lot of times a movement of the body will occur. It will open up, or movement of the body always helps move the energy as well. So we lay on yoga mats on the floor and I just go around and I'm working on everybody and the music's loud and many people find, letting yourself cry or feel emotional. And I didn't even expect to feel emotional the first time that I received the healing in spinal energetics, but something was held in the back of my heart. I felt it open up and I just started crying. So sometimes we have energy we hold in our spine that we don't even know is there. It could be from a long time ago and we never just knew it was there and it just comes up and we feel something and it's gone. So what it can do, it can raise your energy. It can help you become more magnetic for higher energies, which will change your reality. You'll shift your reality. So I'm really excited to share that with everyone. And I also do Reiki healing and other Pleiadian healing that I've been shown to do on the group. And I'm really excited to do that for everyone.
Yeah, I'm going to be also doing, I'm going to be bringing, I have a new pyramid systems, the irradiators. I'm making a smaller version. We're going to bring in the pyramids, the crystals. I have a full-blown, I'm transporting my laser show. And we're probably going to be creating that while we're doing the energetic, spinal energetics and the sound
Nice.
healing. We're going to turn on the laser lights and the crystals, and we're going to learn to manifestation technologies of the Pleiadians, utilizing the crystals and our own intent. So one of the reasons I was so excited to work with Gayle is we're on a very similar path. She's here in Mount Shasta, and I want to share with you, she's going to be teaching me a little bit. I'm not the greatest guy, but I want to share with you my Instagram channel, and we're going to go check out her Instagram channel in just a second. So this is a real screen sharing because she's right here. I thought we'd just go through and we've shared her site and where you can go there. And those links are in my website as well, but we'll put them down here at the bottom. So this is my Instagram channel, and I'm not an expert at this kind of stuff yet,
Soon you will be.
but so I have a bunch of posts that I've kind of taken, and I don't even know how to write near it and stuff, but or how to make links. But I'm going to be working on this, so it'll be more information. Oh, here's a picture of the Moon Base Commander that I had to redact. I didn't realize it was on my website, and not many people have mentioned it, but her face can't be revealed. These two Venusians can. This is Lady Orda. This is Raymond Keller, of course, who will be there. And I think I had Omnek down here, but we'll get her picture up here soon. So I'm going to be learning about Instagram, and I'm going to hand it over to you, and you're going to show us how to get to the bougie healer.
Oh, okay. So, yep. You go the bougie healer.
Okay,
All
here we
right,
go.
there I am.
Okay.
And so we're just on here. I just do like energetic updates, what's going on the energy, and really like what I love to teach people, and I do sessions all day with people, is to help them get clarity on their mission and empower themselves to break through whatever those resistances are in standing in their mission. And I think a lot of people at the root of their resistance is guilt or shame and really stepping into their mission. Maybe they're scared to, maybe they think that people will call them crazy and or they don't believe they can leave their 3D job and have a spiritually based job and support themselves. So I also work with abundance codes with that, and we move people through whatever blockages you're having. And so I do a lot of inspirational talking on my Instagram about this and where we are in the shift of the earth, which I'll be talking about at the conference. I'm going to do an activation where we're really going to bring in the visualization of new earth and our new earth embodiment and really manifest that together and empower that together. Unity consciousness.
So I don't, is this where you have the videos under Reels?
So sometimes there's reels on here. Yeah,
Oh,
if you go to reels,
are they
right
right
here,
here?
you can go to reels.
Okay, Reels. Okay, I'm learning, folks.
Go all the way to the bottom. Just yeah, there's I do little activations for people, but
Oh,
there's
wow.
yeah, go on. Go
Holy smokes.
to-
So this is you actually talking.
I just talk and talk and talk. You know, us Pleiadians, we talk a lot.
I'm gonna have I'm gonna have to learn how to do a talk.
So,
Okay, let's do this one.
that's just me talking.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Yeah, click out of that one. There's some spinal energetic stuff.
Okay.
Click click
Okay.
I'm just doing some healing work there. If you click, scroll down. There
Well,
you go, right here.
okay, so
This is
here's
an
a little
example of
here's a video. Is there? Okay, so
spinal
okay,
energetics.
so can they hear this on the
Emotional release.
so emotional releasing,
Yeah, got more.
different things
Here's
here.
one right here.
Yeah, so
That's a good one.
yeah,
Just
I
to
did
show.
something called Neo Reichian body work. That's amazing. So we're gonna have that kind of healing, my hands-on massage healing, and Gail's soon to experience my 47 years of massaging on people. I work more in the physical body and of course the light body as well. Um,
Yeah.
so um, I think we've given you a good introduction to Gayle today. We've talked about her experience, her history, what she does, her website. I'm excited to experience this more. I'd like to, if I could, in closing here. So we've got our Instagram. It's called at Boujeee Healer or
The bougie healer.
the Boujeee Healer at the Boujeee Healer on Instagram, and she's going to be teaching me some stuff, and we're going to be cross pollinating our people to learn our information. Um, she has not had a physical contact experience other than uh, unbeknownst or unannounced masters or extraterrestrials like I have. This is how they contact in the beginning, and then you'll get to know her. I believe her physical contact is coming very soon. So um, what is embodying that is her presence and her work and her service to others. So that's the essence of what we're doing here. I'd like to ask you, as far as you're comfortable, I've seen some videos on her house cameras and stuff,
Oh,
and maybe you can share somewhat more esoteric stories of contact that you've had.
mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You had one in a group where you saw the lights. I mean, I know a lot of transformations for me took place in meditation as a light is coursing through my body, tears pouring out my eyes
Mm-hmm.
as I connect to the sacredness of the God within. And that's an inside job. We can provide a space and meditation, but it's your own intention, your own heartfelt longing to know the truth and to find God. And it's always within you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I want like to share. I know you've had them and we
Absolutely.
haven't really shared them, but maybe one that you feel comfortable will end
Yeah.
this talk with one of your
Hmm.
more personal, intimate spiritual experiences.
Yeah, and I've had many of them where I've been taken out of my body and been on a ship. And one of the most profound experiences I have had is I was taken out of my body and I ended up being in Mount Shasta. This is before I moved here, but it was Mount Shasta in a higher dimension. And it was what I knew was after the earth has shifted. And so I was there and I was experiencing what's already, there, but we just can't perceive it yet all the way. And I got tons of downloads. I got to see what it was like. I got to see there were symbols on a box that I was being handed, and we were looking at each other and speaking, but not moving our mouths, and it was just beautiful. And I got all of the information I needed from that, and I was back in the body, and then I just knew, okay, this is what's happening. The Earth is shifting. This is where we're going to be experiencing it in that dimension, and all that's going to happen is it's a shift in our perception, and we won't be perceiving the old anymore. And so I've been there many times in that new earth frequency, in that higher dimensional frequency, and it's just incredible. Like it's exciting to me. And yes, we're going to see the world fall apart in certain ways, but we already know that the grid is in place for what we are here for to shift into. And so it's been really cool. And I've been taken out of my body and ended up at the top of the mountain with a big Palladian mothership. And I didn't know what was going on, but it was a big meeting, and then I found myself back in the body. And I've had many of these experiences where I've been taken out of the body, and then I have these teachings, and then I come back. And every day I'm just getting more information, which I know we all are. So I'm just excited to be here with everyone at this time.
Yeah, I had a lot of those myself. I found them when I was young. I was having them pretty constantly for many years at Fred Bell's house, but they're very hard to bring into physical words. And
Hmm.
some of the information, like when you went up and had the meeting, you don't remember everything. You
No,
just remember
I remember
enough.
being there.
Yeah. So they're letting you know that
Yeah.
there are what we call night classes. Oh, by
Yes.
the way,
Yes.
behind me here, this is a Venusian starship. That is, so you know, folks, that's 14 miles long. That's 7 miles wide and 5 miles high. That's a big starship. So the Venusians, like Pleiadians, want to come here and learn about life on Earth. This is where they come before they have their missions so that they can understand what's going on. The Venusians have been in our solar system for 24 million years. And for those of you who are new to my information, I'm in direct contact with Venusians physically. And if you join my inner circle, you'll be able to hear recordings, see videos of them, and you'll hear their messages. And they are our guardian sister planet. They are the highest manifestation of love in the solar system, other than the sun. They have masters from the seventh dimension there who have come down and who are serving on Earth. They allow us to go up. Only people who have been augmented can go aboard a ship physically and be taken to another world, like my friend Raymond Keller, like, Gayle and I may have had that in the astral, and I was taken up aboard a Pleiadian ship years ago, physically beamed aboard and physically beamed down. And I couldn't remember that. I saw the whole thing. I remembered the whole plan, and then I lost it. And Fred said it was due to for my own security. But these things are happening, and we're not special because we've had this. Let's just call us maybe some of the earlies who are having these experiences to prepare you for this. And this is not for an alien takeover. This is not anything about aliens. These are people who are going to walk down, step off a craft, and they're not going to introduce themselves to you who they are. But their presence and the guidance that they're going to give us as things become, I'm going to say, challenging, they will be aiding us in technologies to transform our world, because the out technologies that we're using now and the materialistic society has to change. So I have been very honored to share the messages directly. And so, because Gayle's messages are very in alignment with the Venusian's information, I'm so happy that we have this collaboration.
Mm.
And I think she's going to show me something on Instagram now. But, folks, again, my website, thepromisereal.net, and we have Gayle's website is themothership.com. You can also go to the boujeehealer.carta.com. That is the boujeee, BOUJEEHEALER dot carta, KARTRA.com. And we have another one here called The Magic of Mount Shasta, easily spelled.com. And so those are her current websites. She's quite prolific in her information and her programs. And I'm honored to be working with you. And now we'll make the final big announcement is that next year, and I've
Mhm.
made this statement many times, and I'm going to be promoting this in a big way. The Venusians have told me personally through Raymond Keller that they are going to be appearing over Mount Shasta. And let me just go ahead and share this image of the Shasta while we talk about it. But they're going to be appearing right here in fleets of ships. Okay, there's some entrances. There's one over here. I know an entrance. There's one. There's another one in Squaw, or I'm sorry, in Upper Sand Flat. And there's another location that I know. There's three locations that I know where there's entrances. Uh, and most of them are energetic, and I know for sure one is physical. I know the general area. So on the mountain here, fleets of ships uh, Saturn class ships. That will include Ventlas, small scout craft, and I'm sure it's going to include a cigar-shaped ship. Maybe ships will come out of it, and maybe even Valiant Thor or a similar, what we call Victor class ship, 100 yards across. Not only will they be showing up in Mount Shasta, but they'll be showing up in Sedona and the Grand Tetons in Wyoming. And for those of you who studied the inner retreats or the civilization inside the earth that's preparing to reveal itself to us, and we're hearing stories of this through Michael Sala and a government or a former army officer who was asked to join by the Pleiadians so he could reveal what the governments know, kind of a disclosure. So there's many prongs to the revelation and awakening. Gayle's information is very personal, it's very transformative, and it's to allow you to embody and to hold these frequencies and to love God. Just love God, be kind to each other is the Venusian message. So we're going to be having a big event here in Mount Shasta. We're working on a very large venue and some smaller venues, and I will be finding out exactly when the spaceships will be appearing the year 2026 on July 4th. Now, it's not going to be like Independence Day in the movies. It's going to be honoring Independence Day because the Venusians were very instrumental in the founding of America and the American, French, and the Caribbean Revolution to overthrow the yoke of oppression and tyranny from, let's just call them the dark forces. And they work behind the scenes like Wizard of Oz in every situation. And now I've been tasked, and Gayle's been tasked to let you know preemptively that our brothers and sisters from the stars are here. It's not about touching them. It's not begging them for a med bed. It's not asking them for the lottery number. This is a spiritual information and transformation and to prepare you to meet people from other worlds. Why? Because as we are, they once were. We have much to learn from them. And mostly, they're not concerned about earth changes. They said, Rob, we're more worried about what people do to each other. So come to the Comer Conference this year in preparation for 2026. I'll be doing an entire show on that. And I'm making that announcement loud and proud. And I can guarantee you um, it's going to happen. I'm the only person other than Raymond Keller, and he's so reluctant to talk about it, but it's happening. And when that happens, you'll know that we're not crazy, that we're not full of it. And I had a vision, gave it that Gayle is very instrumental in this first contact. There'll be people, many, many, many other UFO contactees and presenters will be at this event. I'm going to make an arrangement. They can come free. You maybe sell some tickets, but everyone's going to be here. Selfies, July 4th or whatever the date that they give me. There'll be 10,000 videos of these spaceships. They're going to be increasing in number, but in Sedona, Grand Tetons, and Mount Shasta,
Mhm.
everyone, I mean, the fly fishermen, the loggers, the people, the world's going to stop and
Yeah.
everyone will be showing the pictures and going up in the mountain and they're going to be posing. They're not going to be running and hiding. I don't even think the government will have a reaction at that point. So exciting things in the future, 2026. We haven't decided on the name yet, but thank you so much, Gayle, for introducing yourself, and sorry for any of the technical glitches I had. We'll get that straightened out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having me on here.
All right, Victory of Light podcast, Rob Potter with the Bojeee, Gayle Fuller, new presenter at my conference, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you so very much, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay. Uh, okay.